You ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and start. All right. Hey, everybody. It is Joe and Rick, and today is our 23rd anniversary.
23rd.
23rd. So
I knew it was, I was like, it's either 23 or 24. I wasn't sure.
it's 23. You know, we always kind of round. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And we've already told
We
each
did
other
that.
but I feel like
Yeah.
we should do it officially. So. All right. All right. So part of the reason we decided to record some video this morning is that we had somewhere in our YouTube and Insta and all of that how we met, but we tend to get a lot of questions still about like how we met, and even though we've already recorded it, we decided it might be kind of fun to go ahead and do it again. It was a really long time ago, and when we did it, I mean, the story hasn't changed. The story's still the same.
I mean, it's not going to be anything new.
No, it's nothing new. Like, we're not adding to this, but we just kind of decided maybe we'd go back through it and
tell it
repost
again.
and yeah, whatever. So anyhow, all right. So today is the 6th.
Is it?
And yeah,
6th of June.
It's June 6th, and we met in 1998, and we met on a Wednesday night. We went at a bar, and you know, I always say, just to put it into perspective, it's like we met before the internet was really kind of even as used as it is now. Like, it was already around, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't what it is today. And so all the ways that people meet today through apps and through dating sites and things like that, like none of that was even around. And so we really, it's like if you met anybody back then, it's like you met either through friends or at a bar or...
That was it.
Yeah, well, I mean, for us, that was it. I mean, other people might have met at church, but that's not really,
you know.
that's not really our scene.
I like that. We met at church.
Yeah, no, but so we met on a Wednesday night, and Rick used to go out with his friend Angie, and I had seen him there. I was dating someone up until like 3 days before we met, and I used to see him out, but like he and Angie would be out on the dance floor, just like completely tearing up the dance floor. And what's funny is that Rick loves to dance. I hate to dance, absolutely hate to dance. But he'd be out on the dance floor.
I think you dance more around the house now than I do.
Probably, but I just don't like an audience. And so he stopped messing with that.
I know.
Okay, so he and Angie were out on the dance floor, and he would they would be playing all kinds of stuff. It would be like, it's 1998, so it was probably like Spice World or something.
Oh, that was a good song.
It was a good song. But the whole time he's dancing, it's like you can tell he's like sitting there talking to her, and then it turns out later it's like he's like sitting there telling her.
I would be
stuff
like, go to the left. Go to the right. Go to the left.
He's like, flip your GD hair. I mean, anyhow.
I'm like, turn around.
It was all very bad, but anyhow, but they were like really great.
I was choreographing.
And so he totally caught my attention, and anyhow, yeah, so he totally caught my attention, but I was seeing someone up until a few days before, but Memorial Weekend is just a couple of days back, and that, my ex and I, we were going through some like really back and forth, like rocky times, and it was just, I don't know, the writing was on the wall that we were going to split, but so we split up on a Monday, and I met Rick officially on a Wednesday. Saw him out that night, and I gave his friend my number, and he called me a couple of days later. I think it was a couple of days later, and
It was, yeah, I was trying to hold out. I held out for like, it was 2 days.
yeah, that's real hard to get. And so anyhow, no. So when he calls me, and the first thing out of his mouth, it's not even like quiet. It wasn't like this like kind of slow. It was like this big, robust. I answer the phone, and it's like, "What up, G?" And I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, it was so.
Did you want to hang the phone up?
Yes, I did, because I thought, "Oh yeah, this is not going to work out." Like, who is this person? Like, what up, G? And anyhow, so for really ridiculous, but also that night, was it then or was it on the phone that you gave me a fake name? I think it was there at the bar. He gave me a fake name for the first.
I did give you a fake name
for the first like week or two. He gave me the name Trent.
I thought it was a cute name.
Well, Trent. And I've always assumed that I don't even know. Like, I may be wrong in assuming this, but I always assumed just because Rick's dad was a Pentecostal preacher, and Pentecostal Assembly of God, but but anyhow, I always just assumed that like you gave me a fake name because I just didn't want anything getting back to your dad, like from. No?
No.
See, I thought it was that because everybody knew his dad in this small town that we lived in.
No, me and my friend Angie thought that it was a good idea to give us fake names. So it was Trent and Sierra.
Trent and Sierra.
And this was not like I just gave you the fake name. It was like it was carried on for like, I mean, we had been doing that for like months.
Well, there's still one or two people that still like that actually met Rick as Trent, and so
was that Trent?
I mean, they know his they know his name's Rick, but like still,
but like
it's
they're like
just
ragging. It's like, what's that Trent?
Yeah. So anyhow, so that's pretty much it. We went out to dinner on a Friday night, and Friday or Saturday. Whatever the 6th was in 1998, we went out to dinner that night, and that was it. We actually went out to this Italian restaurant on the beach, and because we were still in such a party mode at the time, and Rick had just turned 21, we left the bar and went across the parking lot to the liquor store.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know what we were doing. Anyhow, I bought like a 6-pack of beer, and Rick bought the biggest like handle of Southern Comfort. He was like,
really?
Yes, you did. He was like sitting there taking shots with this big giant like thing. It was like the biggest thing of SoCo I think I'd ever seen. And I mean, after that, Rick drank Southern Comfort for years, and but after that, it was always like little pints and stuff. And but that first night, I swear I was like,
I've got a truck.
It's like yes. Anyhow. So that's pretty much
That's kind of the way we met. Yeah,
that's pretty much how we met, and I don't know what else should we talk about. I don't know where.
That was
what
our
else.
beat.
You know, my only purpose of this morning was just to talk about that. What else?
I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it's hysterical.
Well, you know it's hysterical.
Well, you know it's hysterical. No, I know. I don't know. Should we talk about something else having to do with?
How long was it before I moved in?
All right. Well, so after,
I don't remember that at all.
No, we were pretty inseparable. From then on. But he moved in. Probably it was 2 months. He was there every single day. And every single night, and but it was probably at like 2 months, 3 months.
I don't remember.
It was probably like 2 or 3 months, and anyhow, yeah, it was probably like 2 or 3 months, and then you know, I've talked about this in like blogs and stuff before, but it's like for the first couple of years, it's like we had kind of a hard time figuring it out. It's like by the time that we got to our 3rd year, it's like really. We were on and off that 3rd year like a lot, and when we finally got together, it's like we would have arguments, we would have fights, and every time we got into an argument or a fight, it was like a breakup was the first thing out of our mouth. It was kind of like, it was always like a threat, you know. It's like if we were having a bad time, it's like, you know, you're really quick to throw in a towel, or if you weren't really getting your way, it's like you would just kind of be real defeated, and like that was the only way that you were going to get your way, and so that was like, I don't know, when we got back together, we decided it's like that's completely off the table, like no more. It's like we are never going to say we're going to split up unless we truly mean we're going to split up.
We just buckled down.
Yeah, but it's like, and we never have. It's like in the last 20 years, it's like we never ever have used it as a way to get at each other when we're fighting, or you know, we just don't. It's like it's truly off the table, and I looked over like you're thinking about it.
No,
like,
is it? No, so you're thinking like, I got worse things that I make you mad about.
Oh, no, it's true. No, but I mean it is.
It's so easy to make you mad. It's so easy to make me mad. I don't know, like, I mean, something like, it's just like your hair looks bad. I'm like,
look, here's the thing. It's like I think sometimes we give this illusion like it's like life's perfect and we've never had a fight or never had problems or something like that. It's like we really did figure it out like that 3rd year. The last 20 years have been pretty great.
Yeah.
But we know how to fight. We know how to argue. We know how to really piss each other off. But we also
we know how to make up.
We know how to make up. We know how to move on very quickly, and we know how to just make it work and make it better. I think that's the key to it,
is being able to move on quick.
Yeah.
Is forgetting and just moving on.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, at the end of the day,
the thing with me, it's like the thing with me is, I didn't grow up with like siblings and that kind of stuff, and so I don't feel like I knew how to like have an argument and move on really quick from it. And it took me a really long time to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's like an argument, and there's always a definitive, like, this is it. And like, do you know what I mean? And then I'm mad for like a week.
You know,
But it's like, I think that it's just, it's taken me longer than, I think with you having like brothers and sisters, it was something that
siblings,
you could fight.
learn how to fight. You know how to fight.
And I didn't know how to like.
Rick's an only child.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's not a level playing field in that regard. And so, I mean,
Are you just realizing that?
No, I have 4 brothers and a sister. So it's like, I mean, it's like, I really know how to piss somebody off, but also
like
you have siblings, you know how to make up.
Yeah.
And when you're an only child, and an only child that was pretty spoiled at that.
I was very spoiled.
He was. The first time that we ever went out together, I remember we were getting ready to go out to the bar, and I was ironing, and he like pulled his shirt out, and he was like, "Will you iron this too?" And I'm like,
"The hell I won't."
Anyhow, I've always done so much for myself, so I was like, "I'll show you how to do it once." I mean, and now it's like, you know, all these years later, I mean, I would iron anything, just to save time, because it's like I'm always in a hurry. But
put it in the dryer.
Yeah, or that.
But anyhow. I didn't know how to. I don't feel like. I mean, I would say I don't know how. I didn't know how. I did not know how to like have an argument. Communicate.
It's really communicate.
Communicate. It really is.
Yeah.
Because it's like we can have literally like a big, huge fight. I mean, we do, I mean, it's not perfect, and we do argue, but it's the making up quickly, and forgetting quickly, and knowing,
moving on.
That it was just kind of what it is, and you just
everybody has a bad day. You know, the one thing that we get so often from people about, we get it as we get it as a compliment. People always send really sweet messages complimenting us on how like our years together kind of gives them hope that they're going to find somebody and kind of live in a similar way to what we have. And I say that humbly. It's weird when you kind of talk about stuff like that, because it kind of makes you sound like you got some big ego about it, and we really don't. You know, everybody, whatever their version of relationship is, be it living together or not, or married or not, or, you know, you see each other once in a while or long distance, whatever it is, people have to make that work, and far be it for us. This is what works for us, but we realize that it's like, you know, not every relationship is traditional, and we celebrate everything. Doesn't matter what it is. If you found a way to make life work with someone that means something to you, good for you.
Yeah.
But now I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? Messages. So we get a lot of messages from people, and it's always these really sweet things saying, "Oh, you guys give me hope or inspire me to, you know, that one day my husband and I, or my boyfriend and I, are going to be where you're at." And it's such a compliment to us that someone would look at us in a way that is that positive, that they would think like that. But the other thing that we get a lot of messages from people, it's talking about how difficult it can be in a time of like app culture and app dating, because you don't even really have to get out and leave the house. It's like you can be on your couch just, you know, like chatting away with somebody, and whether you want to just have the conversation or whether you want sex, it's like you really don't have to like get out and go.
Yeah. It
can come to you, and if that one didn't work out, the next one's like sitting there on go ready, and that and so there's kind of I guess the whole idea with that is that maybe things are so easily replaceable that if something's not working,
it's so easy just to move on.
Yeah, it's so easy to move on, and
I can't imagine.
I can't either. It would scare me to death to be dating in 2021, because we're just not from that world of dating.
Yeah.
It'd be like fish out of water. So thank goodness we don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, it's like I have a lot of respect for people that are going through it, because I imagine it is pretty frustrating at times to feel trying to find somebody that is on the same page as you. And so anyhow, so for people out there.
And the thing about it is, honestly, is like, I feel like as long as, like with us, I feel like we have like our, like, like our base was the same level. But like the years that you grow with somebody, it's like you kind of, it's kind of like a puzzle, and it's like you kind of like you put your own puzzle together. Do you know what I mean?
Kind of. I don't know that I know what you're saying.
How do you not get this?
I have no idea.
It's like,
It's like all of a sudden we're making a puzzle.
As long as you have like your, you know, like we want the same things.
Yeah.
But it's not like it all works, and there may be pieces that miss. But you just
No,
have to like.
No, I know what you're saying. It's basically it's like
put it together the way that
we
you
kind of
put,
want
you
the
put it
same
together in
things.
your own way. It has nothing to do with like, you know.
Yeah, it's like the life that you create with someone. You guys create it together, and
Right.
you know there are some things that you want that are the same. There are some things that you want that are different, but it's compromise and communication. And yeah, I kind of get it, right? Is that right?
You do. I like it. I like the wilderness.
Look, I'm going with it. But anyhow, we're gonna wrap this
100%.
up. We're gonna wrap this up. I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to even talk about was just, I don't know, just a real quick
How we met.
thing about how we met. One of these days, we're actually gonna sit down and do our coming out stories, I think. We've never done that, and we actually tried to do it one time a couple of years ago. And it's not as easy as you think to get through. Even the aspects of the story that are happy still get kind of emotional. But we're going to save that for another time. Anyhow, in the meantime, you know, I don't know that we say this often enough, but for everyone that actually takes the time to look and listen and watch our ridiculous videos, watch the serious videos, watch the videos where we're out exploring parks and stuff, we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate it. The messages we get, the comments, the likes, the saves, the shares, all of it. We appreciate it so much more than you actually can even imagine. And it's all that support that just makes us want to share more and not edit ourselves and just very freely and openly like let you guys see the good, the bad, I mean, not like we're gonna like air our fights, but you know, but the good, the bad, the unedited for the most part. And anyhow, we're just very appreciative and we're very grateful to everyone out there. So thank you.
Thank you.
And I guess that's it. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you.
Do you want to kiss me? You do. You do.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't
Oh,
kiss
come
you.
on.
Anyhow, happy anniversary to us.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to you guys. I don't even know where I was going with that. Anyhow, all right.
Are you gonna do the?
I feel like I should edit that.
No. Are you gonna do?
I'm
this,
not going
are you,
to.
no. Are you gonna do the spell? Are you gonna do like that? Catch us on
yes.
that. Catch us on that.
Yeah, I'm going to. All right. Okay, for more pics, posts, and videos, find us on YouTube at Joe and Rick Our Life in Video, Instagram, Joe and Rick _ Our Life in Pics, Facebook, Joe and Rick Our Life in Pics. And you can go to our blog, which we try to kind of put everything from all of the different aspects of social media on the blog. So Joe and Rick Our Life in Pics.com. Have a great day.